Good morning. Oh, it's very early in the morning. Thank you for joining me, Old Vine Zen, easy like Sunday morning. I hope that you slept well last night. Um, I thought this morning, since Thanksgiving is approaching us, I'd share with you one of my Thanksgivings. And this happened a few years ago when I found myself alone for the first time at Thanksgiving. I had been married I'd been with someone and married to for 30, 34 years. And suddenly I found myself alone. And I lived in a little cottage up on a hill. And I was rather frantic because I had this holiday approaching and I had nowhere to go. I had one invitation from a friend, but I wasn't feeling sociable. I wasn't in the mind frame of doing that. And I didn't want to stay alone either. I was really sad. And I would go to the grocery store and I'd see in everybody's carts, they had full of trimmings and stuff for Thanksgiving. And I just was like frantic. What am I going to do? And I couldn't really afford to go away or, go to another country or do some vacation thing. Plus, I wasn't in the frame of mind to do that anyway. And I didn't really know what to do. So I got online and I'm looking around. I thought, oh, a retreat of some sort, maybe nearby, so it wouldn't be expensive. I couldn't find anything because it was Thanksgiving week. But then I found a monastery up in the hills in Santa Cruz, and it said it was closed for that week, but they usually have rooms. So I called them, and this woman I talked to, and she said, we don't rent out rooms usually during this week because there's nobody there, and we usually serve food in the dining hall, but there's not going to be anyone. But you know what? If you want to rent a room, I'll leave you a key and you can come up. And I said, yes, that's what I want to do. So I set it up. So early Thanksgiving morning, it was really dark out, and I'm an early riser anyway. And it was, probably 3 hour drive or so. So I left super early. It was dark out. And of course, it was raining and foggy. And I get up into the mountains and I'm going down this long road that goes right into this forest, redwoods. And I drive and it's all foggy and I can't see a thing. And I'm just like, what am I doing? But I kept going, even though a couple times I thought I would turn around, go home. I kept going. And finally I came to this big arched gate and it was open. And it had medicine, Buddhist monastery, something like that. And so I drove through the gate and there was a low parking area. There weren't any cars or anything. So I parked and again, it's real dark and foggy and there are kind of these lights that you could dimly see out there. So I find the office, it said office, and there was this little envelope sitting there and it said, welcome Jan. And so I took it and had my room key. So I saw rooms on one side of this little hill and I saw rooms on the other side. So I take off looking for my room. I finally found my room, which was down at the end. And I opened the door and I couldn't see inside. So I found the light switch. I turned the light switch on. I looked into the room and it was very stark, very, plain. And there was a double bed and a little love seat under a window that looked into the forest. And then a small little bathroom, all very simple, but very clean and neat. And I stood there and I sighed. I just took this deep breath and I knew that I had made the right decision, the best decision I was going to be here alone for, 2 days, 2 nights, and it was going to be good. And so I had decided that I was going to kind of fast, because one thing I always hated about Thanksgiving, even though I love the food and I overate like everybody else, I hated that feeling afterwards, that like you just stuffed. I always hated that feeling. So I had decided that I was just going to bring bottles of water and, and bananas. And I was going to eat bananas and water for 2 days and do just the opposite, like eat very little. And so I had all my stuff and I had my one book. I have this book, and someday I'll share it with you. And it's the book that took me through, 3 years of really hell of being alone after so many years. But I have my book and I have my bananas and my water, and I spent the next 2 days and 2 nights in heaven. It was just me and the fog and the fear that slowly burned off, just like the fog burned away, and this fellowship. And I use the word fellowship because I had a fellowship with myself. I had a fellowship with the universe. I had a fellowship with nature. And it was the best Thanksgiving I had ever had. So I tell you this story because often out of the worst times, when you think that there's just nothing is going right or nothing can make it better, that out of that bitter place, that bitterness, comes sweetness. Hence the bittersweetness, right? And so it's almost like we need that one, the bitter, to experience the sweet. So with that thought, I'd like us to meditate for a few minutes. So if you would sit back, get comfortable, close your eyes. And so I ask you to close your eyes, to take any distraction away from you, anything that might be going on around you or outside your house or outside in the society that surrounds us. We're just going to relax. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Let your belly soften. And let your legs get heavy and soft. And the feet and the toes and the fingers and the hands. And just connect with your breath for a few moments. So we go into our meditation with an understanding of looking deeply within ourselves, not outside of ourselves. And if our mind is thinking, we don't let it bother us. We let the thought come in. We even look at it. And then we let the thought flow away. And we bring ourselves back to our breath. And we feel the inhalation and the exhalation. We breathe in some calmness and we let go of some tension. We breathe in some relaxation and we let go of some doubt. We breathe in a sense of peace and we let go of some anxiety. And may we be thankful for everything that is bestowed upon us. and thankful for the joys and sorrows, and for the blessings and the blows of life, and thankful for the wisdom gained through the hardships and adversities. Thankful for the undertones as well as for the melody. Thankful may I ever be for the benefits, both great and small. And never fail in gratitude for the divinest gift of all, the love of friends that I have known in times of failures and success. And may the first prayer of the day be always one of thankfulness. That time of year is upon us to remember to be thankful. To give us thankful hearts in this, the season of thy thanksgiving. May we be thankful for health and strength, for sun and rain and peace. Let us seize the day and the opportunity and strive for that greatness of spirit that measures life not by its disappointments, but by its possibilities. And let us ever remember that true gratitude and appreciation shows itself neither in independence nor satisfaction, but passes the gift joyfully on in larger and better form. Come, ye thankful people, come, and raise the song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in the winter storms that do begin. So as you sit and feel your breath and connect with your body, and you let your mind be at peace for a while, start your day with a joyful heart. Smile and give thanks for all the things we have. And this is the true meaning of Thanksgiving. Very gently now, as we bring our meditation to a close, and we bring ourselves back to the place where we began our meditation, and we feel the room that is around us, and we feel the air upon our skin. We feel our heartbeat and our breath. And very slowly now, as you reopen your eyes to begin your day, let us remind ourselves that through all the difficulties that come and go, there are also joys there waiting for us. And to never give up hope. They will come, I promise you. So please have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Take care of yourselves and get enough rest. Don't eat too much. And smile. And give someone a hug. That will make you feel better too. So take care of yourselves. All right. And I'll see you very soon. Thank you for joining me and thank you for coming. Take care.